Depths of my soul, feeling the loss of control in the spirit, so colorful. Easy feeling, then let's go to a place where you belong. Give you strength to carry on. Open your heart, set your mind at ease. Live your life and you'll be free. We're gonna rise, rise, rise. Keep on rising, rise, rise, rise. Rise, rise, keep on rising, rise, rise, rise.
Take me home to the banks of the riverside. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best. Yes, it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the riverside.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Toon Review YouTube channel, where today it is the first ever watch along on this channel. Arsenal against Newcastle. I have a scoreboard. I have a timekeeping thing, so it's all systems go here. So I hope you do enjoy the show. Keeping you up to date for every single moment of the match as well, and of course, you know, the build up now to the game itself. Very interesting team lineup, I have to say. We are going out attacking. There's no doubt about that. Martin Dubravka is back. He starts. We have Ryan Fraser, Emil Kraft, Jamal Lascelles, Fabian Schär, Matt Ritchie, John Joe Shelby, Joe Willock, Alan Saint-Maximin, Joe Litton, and Callum Wilson. Now, you could look at that lineup and go, is it a 4-4-2? Is it a 4-4-1-1? Is it a 3-4-3? I have a feeling it's a 3-4-3, which I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can do with that, because Ryan Fraser coming in is an interesting one for me, as is Emil Kraft, because I don't know what's going on with Federico Fernandez. Something's not quite right there, quite obviously. He's not even on the bench. So whatever's going on with Federico Fernandez is probably deeper than we first thought, to be honest. But looking forward to seeing how Ryan Fraser does on the right-hand side. Hopefully getting plenty balls in for Callum Wilson and the guys running on. Hopefully Joe Willock will be one of them, Saint-Maximin, and obviously the main man, Callum Wilson. Now, we do have to be careful today because we have three players who will be suspended for the Norwich game if they pick yellow cards up. One of them being Jamal Lascelles, another one being Matt Ritchie, and of course Callum Wilson, who, if he's out for the Norwich game, that would be quite a miss, given that that's one of the games that we are really looking to pick 3 points up on. But a very attacking formation, you have to say. It's certainly better than what we've been used to under previous managers. And, you know, we are quite clearly going to try and win the game and give Arsenal a bit of a rough time, hopefully. The Arsenal lineup is as follows. They have Ramsdale in goal, Tomiyasu, White, Gabriel, Tavares, Partey, Sambi, Smith-Rowe, Odegaard, Saka, and Aubameyang. So no Lacazette in the starting lineup. He's on the bench today, as is Kieran Tierney. Martinelli's on the bench as well. So they are going with a pretty strong lineup. Odegaard comes back in. I think he's been missing the last few games as well. But for me, the two that we really need to watch out for with Arsenal is going to be, we've got Smith-Rowe and we've got Saka. So that should be very, very interesting to see if we can certainly eradicate them from the game. Knowing how we've defended in past matches, this isn't going to be easy putting up against two very attacking players. And of course, Aubameyang on his day is a fantastic footballer. But whether he's coming now to the sort of back end of his career, that's what I think anyway. But those are the two starting lineups. So let me know what you think of those. I mean, it's interesting. I'm certainly looking forward to seeing what Newcastle can do for a start. We'll go through a couple of comments here. Tony, good afternoon to you. Tom, good afternoon. I know you couldn't get to the game because of the weather, so I'm really sorry about that. That's a bit sad, really, but at least you can still do the watch along with us, Tom, and feel part of it as well. So hopefully you'll enjoy the watch along. Paul wants to know why Kraft is starting. I don't know. Look, when he's come in at centre back so far this season, he hasn't really done anything wrong, to be fair. Certainly not along the same lengths as Lascelles and Clark. So it'd be very, very interesting to see how he performs today. Good afternoon, Julie. Hope everyone is keeping safe. Yeah, we are. It's terrible weather up in the northeast at the moment, as everybody knows. Driving home from the Peter Beardsley do last night was an absolute nightmare. But everybody got home safe, and that's the main thing. This weather's been quite awful, to be honest. NUFC for life. Good luck with your first watch along, and I know we can get a result. Yep, nice positivity there. So that's what we want to see. Certainly going into kickoff anyway. Dublin Magpie, good afternoon to you. What's the crack? Well, the crack is hopefully 3 points this afternoon, my friend. Julie says, Tom, I saw your tweet. Really gutted for you, but best to keep safe. Definitely, 100%. You need to keep safe more than anything. Toonami says, interesting lineup, 2-1 the Toon. We need something from this game. Indeed, we do. Look, if somebody said to me now, take a point, I'd take it. I'll be brutally honest and say, yeah, we need something from this game. And then you look at the next two home games, you've got Norwich and Burnley. So that gives us a chance possibly for 7 points. But if we can sneak a win today, that would be absolutely fantastic. So we just have to, hope and believe that what Eddie Howe is doing today is going to be the right move and we're going to perform really well. Gordon says, Eddie Howe's Black and White Army. Tom, it wasn't so much about staying safe, more about when the train was due into King's Cross. As it turns out, it mightn't be as bad. Hope so for those who are stuck in it. Yeah, they don't know when they're getting there. It could be bang on kickoff. And a lot of people, including myself, been saying about the TV network, maybe putting it back by 15 minutes, but they're not going to do that. They're on a schedule. They need to get the match started at 12:30, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Safety first and all that, says Julie. Abigail says, talk about an attacking lineup. Yeah, we're not used to it, are we? It's certainly new to us as Newcastle fans. For a long time, we've never seen an attacking lineup. Brentford was an attacking lineup as well, but I think now adding Fraser into the equation, very much an attacking player. I'm going to really enjoy seeing what he does today, getting down that right-hand side, as St. Maximin will on the left-hand side. And surely this is the game where we're going to create plenty of chances for the likes of St. Maximin, Callum Wilson, and obviously Fraser as well. Fraser and looking for Fraser to get on the end of some balls. Willock busting a good to get in the box as well. So, we've got to be confident. We've got to try and be positive. Good afternoon. Eric says, doing a few hours work, so thought I'd have this running on screen 3. Anyone good at putting fences back up? Yeah, a lot of people have suffered a lot of damage overnight, and, heart out to everybody. I mean, all that happened in my garden was the incinerator bin fell over and the barbecue went for a ride into the bushes. So not too bad for us, but I know for some people the damage has been absolutely terrible. So hopefully not too bad where you guys are. Maximan about to give Tomiyasu nightmares. Yep, I mean, hopefully so. Tomiyasu, though, has been decent for Arsenal this season. He's a good player. But I really want to see St. Maximin getting at him and causing him all sorts of problems, which we know St. Maximin can do on his day. I just hope he doesn't have one of those quiet games. We need him to be involved in the game from the very off and cause all sorts of problems. Taylor, hi, Paul. How are you? I'm good, mate. Thank you very much. Paul says, afternoon, Pablo. Hopefully you win today. Very much so. Very much so. Dublin Magpie says 3-4-3 is a dirty formation. I love it. Definitely. Without a shadow of a doubt. Geordie Toon for life. Good afternoon, Paul. Some good changes made to the team. 2-1 Toon win. Yeah, I mean, we've got to take into consideration here that Arsenal really, they're fifth in the league. But, speaking to Richard, the Arsenal fan on the preview show, he was saying that, it's they don't really deserve to be there on the matches that they've had. The run that they've had has been against teams that would probably expect to win. But the match today, we've got poor defenses, if I'm honest. We haven't been great defensively, and certainly Arsenal haven't. So we need to go into this game with a lot of positivity, go for the throat straight away, and try and cause them problems. We know that if Arsenal concede first, they struggle to get back in the games, and that's what it's all about, trying to nullify the Arsenal attack and concentrate on what we're going to do today. Kraft is in the side because he's our most mobile centre-back. You're probably not wrong there, to be honest. He does have a bit of pace about him. You said that the other day. Richard says, afternoon all. Hope everything is okay after the storm. Lost a few roof tiles. Yeah, a lot of people have lost various items from the garden and damaged cars and stuff. Taylor says, take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Definitely. By the way, if Junior, if you're watching, fantastic performance again last night at Peter Beardsley's get together. It was absolutely superb performance again. Brilliant. Seamus says, guys, who wants Thomas Tuchel to be Newcastle manager? Listen, I'm happy with Eddie Howe. Thank you very much. Let's give Eddie a chance before we start talking about any other managers. Sean says, hello, Paul, mate. Good luck with your first watch along. Hopefully a win on Speed's anniversary. Yeah, and I think that needs to be in the back of the players' minds as well. I mean, not many of these players, probably the overseas ones, things like that. I'm not sure who Gary Speed is or was. But I'm sure that the Newcastle, certainly I would say the staff around Newcastle would certainly make them know who Gary Speed was, and they would have done the homework on Gary Speed. He was a well-known player throughout the world. So I'm really hoping that they go out and have his memory in their heads as well and think, right, let's really get 3 points for Gary here today, because that's what it's all about. Getting the 3 points, not just for Newcastle United, but for Gary Speed. That would be incredible. Says keep the chats to a minimum because Paul has a hard time keeping up. You're funny. You're very funny. Eric, why do you want Tuchel? Exactly. Them fairies at Arsenal won't like this weather. Well, that's the problem is at Arsenal. I don't think the weather's just bad. Looking at the warm-ups and stuff, I don't think they're anywhere near as bad as what they are up here. Kickoff's 12:30, mate, in precisely 9 minutes' time. Hopefully ASM has been working on his finishing. Yeah, it would be nice. Really nice, actually. Eric says, because he's probably the best manager at the moment, but we've got to give Ed a chance before then. Of course we have. Yep, without a doubt. Stu, good afternoon, buddy. Afternoon all. Hopefully all 3 points today. It's about time we break our appalling record at the Emirates. This would be a perfect day to do it. I have to say, it would be absolutely perfect if we can get a result today. Let's face it, if we can get a goal ahead, Arsenal will panic, and you'll be able to feel the panic around the ground as well. To be fair, they don't like going a goal down. They don't like going behind. They struggle to come back. Rich on the preview show said exactly that. If Arsenal go a goal behind, they struggle to get back into games. But if they take the lead first, it's very difficult for the opposition because Arsenal can sometimes run over you in the first half. 1, 2, and 3 goals. That's not what we need because we won't come back from that. Definitely not. So it's very important. I think the first goal in this game is going to be very, very important. If we can get it, then we stand a good chance of getting something out of the game. David says, hi, guys. Love the team lineup. Let's go for it. Lascelles wouldn't be missed. He wouldn't, to be honest. I mean, I just don't know what's going on with Fernandez, guys. I really don't. I mean, I can't understand what's happened there. Now, some people are saying it's something to do with his contract. Some people are saying it's to do with a falling out with Graham Jones. It's just weird because he's not even on the bench. And if you were taking Clark or Fernandez, which one would you go for? You're going to go for Fernandez, surely, unless there's a serious problem there, which is a shame because Fernandez is a very good defender. David says, Eddie Howe used Fraser at right wing back in the Bournemouth 3-0 win over Chelsea. He did, so he can play there. He's played there before, but I don't think it's a wing back situation. I think maybe actually, when we're defending, we may go to a back five. That's a possibility, but also a 3-4-3 moving forward like we did against Brentford. So we have to see how we go. Says, guys, do you prefer Tuchel or Klopp? None for me because it doesn't bloody matter, does it? Because we've got Eddie Howe, and I'm actually pretty happy with War Eddie. Thank you very much. CFC Florida, thank you very much for the $5 super chat, matey. Really appreciate that. Good morning, Paul. Good luck on the watch along. Take it to Arsenal today. Well, we hope so, matey. We hope so. Peter Furbank, thank you very much for the £4.49 super chat. Buzzing Fraser's in the team, man. Yep. And Fraser has to take this opportunity today, doesn't he? It's his opportunity to go out there and show Eddie Howe that he's still got it, still can do it. And that's the big thing for him. He has got to make a statement in this game. And I think he can. But again, we will see very, very shortly. Julie says, I'm okay, mate. You pretty stormy up there, I gather. Eric says, do we get to see the game on this? And is there pies at halftime? No, obviously I can't broadcast the game because I'd end up in severe financial trouble and possibly a jail time. So no, I'm not going to broadcast the game. I will do sort of commentary on it, just keeping you up to date on everything that's going on in the game, as well as, reading your comments and just everybody taking part in it, really. That's what I want to have. on this watch along. Paul says White is one to get out early with pace. Richie needs to clatter Saka and Smith Rowe. Yeah, we need to get stuck into them straight away and let them know that they're in a game and they're not going to walk all over us. And I personally think that's the way Eddie Howe will go. He'll tell them players to really make a statement. You'll give us a good game, says RD12. Jack says at least Darlow isn't in goal. Yeah, that's a bonus as far as I'm concerned. Taylor thinks will watch-alongs be a regular thing? Yes, there will, providing I'm not at the games, because I do try to get to as many games as possible. So obviously I go to all the home games. I'm going to the Leicester game. I'm going to the Liverpool game. So the games that I don't go to away, I will be doing watch-alongs. So there will be a regular thing, providing I'm not at the games, Taylor. Seema says, Howe probably need to shout at the players very loudly. Shanio, good afternoon, good morning or good evening, whatever it is over there. Kraft is our most mobile centre-back, which is much needed because Lascelles turns like a truck. He does. Pictures of some of the Newcastle United fans in the ground at the minute. Obviously, quite a few of them arriving quite late due to the train situation. And obviously, trains out in Newcastle this morning were very few and far between. Nathan says, wasn't convinced by Smith Rowe last year, but he's different class this season. Could cause serious problems today. Yeah, I mean, he's a very, very good player. He got his first England goal last week as well, didn't he? So he's one to keep an eye on, definitely, because we need to make sure that we nullify them straight away, not give them opportunities. Paul, this formation is the same as Chelsea under Thomas Tuchel. You seem to be a bit in love with Mr. Tuchel. Taylor says, my trampoline went through our fence into the neighbour's garden. I think a lot of trampolines went for 6 last night. I really do. Paul says Lascelles will get a yellow card. Yeah, it's pretty much guaranteed, isn't it? He always seems to get that. Jack says, strong lineup. I fancy us to get all 3 points. Chelsea keep a clean sheet with 3 at the back. No spamming. Thanks, Julie. Sean says, who's putting dislikes on vids? Obviously, Sad Mackems. Do want to watch your own channel. Listen, don't worry about it, mate. It's the same lot over and over again that put the dislikes on. We all know who they are, so let's not even give them airtime. They don't realize that the dislikes actually help the algorithm as well. So, let them get on with it, to be honest. As long as you guys remain subscribers who, are enjoying it, that's all that counts for me. Abigail says the formation fits the players we currently have. It does indeed. Taylor says Fraser proved his capability with the ball to Maxi. Yeah, let's hope for some more of definitely some crosses like that today. My mate gained a trampoline overnight. Abigail, do you know Tuchel? Give over, Seema. Will you talk about Tuchel? It's a Newcastle channel, man. Honestly. Good news, Paul. It's nice and sunny in Belfast. The bad weather blew away last night. Well, look at you. It's still around here today. It's crazy. Toonami says, yep, on live TV, if you don't come off air on the dot, mission control will put you off. Exactly. Liam says, I think we need a point minimum. We do. And it's very important that we try and get something out of the game. But if you look back to what was said in the press conference, we are going for it today. There is no doubt about it. We want to win the game. Jason Tyndall said that. We're going down there to win. Now, how much of a difference is that to what we've had in previous managers saying, well, the opposition's very strong. We don't know if we can perform. We're going to give it a go. We might get something. This was a positive press conference from Tyndall yesterday. And it's just nice to hear people saying, we're going down there to win, which is what we need to do. Seema, really... I think, the mods have done something with her. Thank you very much. I have a good feeling we can snatch 3 points, but I feel sorry for the neighbours because I'll be shouting as if I'm in the Emirates. I think we all will. Abigail says we have a manager. Exactly. Everybody's now having a go. I'm getting my sides done later, mate. Okay. Eddie Howe is the best manager. I love you, Eddie. Really? Okay. Julie says, R.I.P. Gary Speedo is in our thoughts. Certainly so. And that's what I want to say. I want to see a win for him today more than anything as well. Paul from saying how we are going from now on 3-4-3. We really need a centre defensive midfielder and 2 top centre backs this January. Cody and De Vries would fix our defence. Yeah, I totally agree. Really do. Richard, how are you doing, Paul? Yeah, I'm good, mate. Says, hopefully, new start Pablo Watchalong's 100% win record. Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? The managers are just embracing. Eddie's looking very healthy today. Good to see him back and looking sprightly, ready to go. Can't wait till Tuesday, to be honest, till we give him a proper Geordie reception. Fernandez probably has family. He doesn't have family reasons, Seema. He really doesn't. Crystal Palace should have beaten Arsenal. They were unlucky. So we do have a chance today. Come on the tune 2-1. Jet Set is also going for 2-1 to Newcastle. You know what it is? It could be. It could be. Might actually be able to win without Poppadom hands in goal. Yeah, definitely. Well, we're almost ready to go here, guys. So let's hope. It's Arsenal that are going to be kicking the game off. I just want to see us get stuck in straight. There's quite a few empty seats still in the Emirates, actually, all over the place. But there is a tube strike today as well, I believe. So that might be causing a few fans problems getting to the game today. So time will tell. We're underway. So there we go. We are underway. So we just have to, hope that we can get stuck into them very early doors. Sorry if I don't read a lot of the comments out when I'm on the, when I'm looking at the game. Joe Linton's just turned and he's running down the left-hand side. He's just lost control, but he's won it back. That's what we want to see from Joe Linton, a lot of strength. Putting himself about early doors, causing Arsenal some problems. And we've got a corner. No. It looks like he's given a goal kick. Unlucky, but that's what we need to see from Joe Linton. Strong going down the left-hand side there. Brian says you shouldn't give Bosage a hard time. I thought his info about how having COVID was very interesting. Yeah, thanks, mate. Good afternoon, Gareth. I hope you're well. Richard said the one and only Super Abigail Stevens. You got a fan there, Abigail. The stream I'm watching on, they've got Tony Adams and Jose Enrique. I like Enrique, but they've got an Arsenal legend. Where's War-Les? Probably doing something with QPR, I would imagine, matey. Paul, how is Danielle feeling? I'm thinking about love from a crammy man. I just hope she's okay. Yeah, hopefully she is. She's just taking a bit of time out, which is fair enough. Just concentrating on family and things like that at the moment. Maxie's holding his wrist. Obviously, another knock there for Maxie. He seems to get plenty of them, doesn't he? Just nothing happening at the minute. Just a throw into Arsenal on the near touchline here, near the dugout. Saka to Odegaard. Good tackle there coming in from Willock. That's what we need to see from Willock as well, working hard to get the ball. We've got to make sure that we stay tight on him as well. But I like the way we're pushing up now. We're not sitting back giving Arsenal the ball. In previous games, that's what we've done. We've sat back. We gave them the ball. Let the opposition play, and it hasn't worked. But now we're actually closing them down, which has surprised, I think, a few teams. Certainly Brentford weren't used to us pressing, and I don't think Arsenal will be used to it, given how we've played down there in the past. Well, that's a foul, surely, ref. Looked like Wilson was held back there, but unfortunately the referee thought not. Arsenal just bringing it out now from defence. That's what we need to try and do as well. We know how poor they are at bringing the ball out after the Liverpool debacle last week. I'm sure they've been working on that in training, but that was another thing for me where if we can press them hard enough, we'll get something out of the game. Because they cannot play out the back. Neither can we, to be fair. So there could be a lot of goals in this game. St. Maximin's just lost the ball. Hopefully that's not going to go for a corner. Simple defending. Yep. Willock. Long ball. That was absolutely to nobody but Thomas Partey. This is where Willock's got to improve. His passing's been shambolic. Yeah, what happened to Pearson Paul? He took a bad turn last night at the match. He went to the ladies' game and he unfortunately collapsed and had to get medical treatment. But he's okay. He's at Arsenal today. What I didn't like was all the trolling he got. People having a go at him saying, "Oh, he's doing it for likes and stuff like that." Pathetic. He's a young lad who's just really enjoying what he's doing. So as far as I'm concerned, let him get on with it, man. He's good at what he does and he loves it, and that's what it's all about. Loving what you're doing. Brian says, good luck with your first show, mate. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, buddy. Dave Harrison, the King of Northumberland, is in the house. Afternoon, Paul and Chatter. RIP Gary Speed, gone but never forgotten. Definitely. Dublin Magpie is confident of this 4-3. I think there'll be goals in it, but who knows? Arsenal have got to play it down at the minute. It's Saka. And I don't think Mikel Arteta was perfectly happy with that tackle on Saka, but nothing was given. Joe Linton putting himself about again. Going right in between the Arsenal centre-backs there. That's what we need him to do. Cause problems, let them know he's there. Give him hell, basically. Just a few bots hopping in, Dave. So already on the block. Thanks for good work from the mods again. But an interesting first 5 minutes. I mean, there's been no chances here at all. But I love the way that Arsenal are passing the ball around the back and we're pressing them. We're not letting them have the ball for long stages of time. We're getting stuck in. We're much further up the field than we were under Steve Bruce. There's no doubt about that. Much further up. So that's what we've got to do as well. I mean, Joe Linton's working his arse off here to get the ball again. But Arsenal are finding it very difficult to cut through us at the moment. But this might be a chance. Erdegaard through the middle, cleared away. Good clearance by Fabian Schär, who's actually looking like he's actually in the middle of the three today. Last week, of course, it was Lascelles. But, you know, Malcolm McDonald said in midweek, you know, Schär is one of these players that brings the ball out. So we need him. We need him in the middle, not Lascelles. Oh, hang on a second. They've gone back to the other way around now. Lascelles is back in the middle. We know Lascelles can't bring the ball out. His distribution is terrible. Arsenal coming down the left-hand side here. Tavares has got the ball. Oh, he's jinked past. Cross comes in. Shelvey's there. And that's a miss hit. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. So no danger there. We defended quite well there, actually. Apart from Tavares skipping past, I think it was Fraser. But we know Fraser's not a defender. Jones still getting his selfish way. Regards Fernandez putting the club first. My ass. It's interesting. I do want to know what's happened there, or if something's going to come out about this, because I think, you know, the media need to ask. We need to force questions here and find out what's happening with that, because something clearly isn't right. Here we go. Let's get the prawn eating sandwich lot. Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? It's nice to not have any comments skipping now on StreamYard. They've done an update, so we don't lose loads of comments, which is good. Santos says, if we win, you have to do watch along every game. That's what I'm worried about if we win. Samantha, Paul is the next John Motson. How are the lads? Listen, yeah, legend. Oh, it's a terrible pass again. I mean, the passing at the minute is all over the place, to be honest, from Newcastle. They made a couple of dodgy passes. That one from St. Maximin aimed for Fraser and right over his head. But here, it's early doors yet. Early doors. Julie says 3-4-3, Paul. One journal just said 4 at the back. How's it looking? It's definitely not 4 at the back. It's a 3-4-3 without a shadow of a doubt. But my main concern is Tavares seems to be pushing up the left-hand side for Arsenal and finding a lot of space. But you're going to have that with a 3-4-3, and that's where you have to be disciplined in this game. I mean, Arsenal is certainly having the bulk of possession at the minute. Odegaard's just miscontrolled there. Shelvey on the ball now. Richie's long ball up the left-hand side looking for the runner Wilson. Ben White comfortably controls that. Yeah, we shouldn't be knocking long balls up, I don't think. They've got some good size at the back. If we can get it on the ground. But Arsenal have stamped a bit of authority on the game at the minute. What are we, 7.5 minutes in? And certainly the possession is with Arsenal at the moment. But again, they haven't broke through us. You know, we seem to be very disciplined in the formation that we're playing. We're just sitting back a bit now. You know, early doors we were pushing up and we were trying to close them down very quickly. But we are setting the formation at the minute, and I think that's what we need. Tom says Adam's a good lad. Indeed, he is. Ginger says, I don't get 3-4-3. Has 2 holding midfielders, but we don't have 2 holding midfielders. I know. Which is why Shelvey has to be disciplined, to be honest. I'd rather sort of Willock pushed a bit further forward when we're attacking. But Arsenal are finding it difficult at the minute to break through. You know, given that they probably want to start very well in the first 10 minutes, have a real go at us. But at the minute, they're not really doing anything to frighten us. Joe Linton's got the ball back for Newcastle, and now Fraser decides to run with it midway inside his own half. That's a good ball down the right-hand side for Wilson. Gabriel's holding them off. That's a proper tussle, but Wilson's got him. Oh, come on. The linesman didn't flag for a free kick there. The referee gives it. The linesman is the closest to the ball there. It was just a 50-50 scrap for the ball. Just watching it again. Gabriel's got his arms all over Wilson. Wilson the same. The linesman doesn't flag, but the referee gives a free kick. Absolutely ridiculous. Wilson's just using his strength there. And that's where football's on the change for me. The strikers just can't use the strength anymore. Pathetic refereeing. Charles says, who's playing in defence? We've got a back three of Kraft, Lascelles and Shah, with probably Richie and Fraser coming back to help out when we're defending. So, yeah. Stu says, hope Adam is on the mend. Take it easy, young'un. Yeah, he's on the mend. He's down at Arsenal today. Paul says, new subscriber and tune for life. Wallsend born and bred. Nice to have you, Paul. Thanks for subbing, mate. If you do want to subscribe to the channel, you can, bottom right-hand corner, I believe you can click on that or just hit the subscribe button. And if you are enjoying today's watch along, please don't forget to hit the like button as well. And if you wish to donate to the channel, like some people already have, super chats are available. If you hit the $sign at the bottom of the live comments, that'll take you through to the payment method, and you can make a donation that way. So thank you in advance for that. Let's have a look at some more comments. Arsenal just got the ball in the middle of the field at the moment. Abigail says, decent start, I would say. If Howe had from the start of the season, we would not be in the deep-de-do. I agree with that. But let's face it, we all know Bruce should have been sacked well before he was. Sheffield United, he should have gone last season. Brighton, he should have gone last season. You know, there's many opportunities that they had to get rid of Steve Bruce and then the diabolical football. But, you know, we had to wait for a takeover to happen before anything was happening. 82% possession for Arsenal at the moment. So, yeah, they are dominating possession. And they've now got a corner shot from Tavares, deflected off Shelvey over the bar. They are dominating possession. And this is where we need to be very, very careful here. Because, you know, the discipline slips for 1 second, Arsenal will punish you. It was actually Kraft that was defended off. But it's good to see Shelvey turning around and bollocking some players there for not closing down. That's what we need to see from the, you know, the veteran players like that, just getting stuck in and having a go at them. As long as it's done in a constructive way and there's no sort of disruption to the team. Corner comes in from Arsenal. And there's Doobs straight out claiming it. And that's what we've missed with him. You know, the voice of Dubravka, the size of Dubravka and his catching ability for me is what we've missed. And, you know, he doesn't have flippers on his hands. Shelvey with a long ball forward. He's got Wilson away here. That's a great ball from Shelvey. Callum Wilson. Oh, just didn't. He tried to cut inside there in the box and just miscontrolled it. And eventually he tried to find Fraser, but just didn't happen. What a ball by Shelvey, though. Spotted the run of Callum Wilson straight away. He's onside. Brilliant ball. Curled right into Callum Wilson's path. And Wilson bursting down the left-hand side of the area. Just lost control of it. And then he tried to find Fraser, but Arsenal managed to get the ball. But that is the threat we pose. Because Shelvey can find Callum Wilson running down those channels. And that is the big threat. And that's where we can get at Arsenal. Definitely over the top. Coming down there, left-hand side again with Tavares here. Plays it back to Smith Rowe. Just a little 1-2 there. Just trying to cut through Newcastle. But again, good defending. Forces Arsenal back to the halfway line. It's with Tomiyasu now. This is what I like, though. When Arsenal have the ball, we seem to be very, very disciplined here. Gabriel brings it further forward. And again, we close them down. We win the ball. Great play from Callum Wilson to get a bit of space, and now we control playing it back. Joe Linton on the ball. This is good stuff, actually. I'm impressed with the way we've closed Arsenal down. We haven't given them any opportunities to have any shots, real threat on goal at the minute. Callum Wilson's working his arse off up front so far, and he's getting manhandled, but again, the referee's not doing anything about it. But I think that's just what we have to come to expect at the minute. Some of your comments just while the game's in the middle of the pitch. Paul says, Big Joe getting in and putting it about. He certainly is. Ginger says, problem is we have 4 players not playing positions for 3-4-3, but hopefully we get a win and buy 2 wing-backs, 2 defenders and a CDM in January. Abigail, 3-4-3 can be defensive or very attack and flexible during games. Yeah, definitely. Hit the like button if you like the channel. Why not hit the subscribe? Thanks, Julie. Arsenal coming down the right-hand side here with Tomiyasu. But again, they're having to play it back a lot here. And I think that will frustrate Arsenal eventually. The fact that, you know, they're getting the ball and they're not sort of getting down the areas of the pitch that they'd like to. Richie sees it out for a goal kick. But that will frustrate Arsenal because they're trying to cut through us. You know, Eddie Howe's up off his seat there, screaming out at the players. You know, that's what we want to see. You know, the players working hard, not giving Arsenal any, through ball opportunities, which we've seen in the past where teams have cut right through us. They're not. And it's frustrating Arsenal already. They're having to turn back. But coming up to, just over 14 minutes, yes, Arsenal have had plenty of the ball, but they haven't hurt us in any way at all. I think we've defended quite well. Shelby ignoring the quick forward pass yet again. No, he's not. He just found Wilson with a peach. Kendo, the stadium sounds pretty quiet. It always does at the Emirates. I don't know what's going on there. I know that there was plenty of empty seats before the kickoff, but I'm not sure whether that was because of a tube strike in London. And supporters couldn't quite get to the game. Paul, I'd like to see us copy Chelsea with a wing back to push up forward more 2-on-1 against full backs. We just need confidence players in the next two. And yeah, time will tell, Ginger. It's just a case of building the squad up, isn't it? And certainly building the squad up to the kind of players that Eddie Howe wants to sign and bring in. And I'm sure once Eddie Howe brings his own players in, we'll see that come to fruition. I've got no doubt about it. Arsenal have the ball again. Oh, that's a good ball for Saka, and he's put it wide. Ball floated over the top. Richie lost his man there, and he tried to sort of take it on the half volley on the side foot, but never really troubled Dubravka. Definitely onside, but Richie was caught out there. And that's what we've got to be careful of. Those balls, those diagonal balls, which, I think Dubravka would have had it anyway. He was well out his box. Sorry, well off his line to come and close that down. But a good ball, and that's the danger that Arsenal possess. And that's what I'm talking about, switching off. If we switch off like that and lose our concentration and lose our discipline too early, that'll cause us big, big trouble. Arsenal fans create no atmosphere at the Emirates. Well, that's been a complaint before. Another free kick to Arsenal. We're getting nothing in this game at the minute. Absolutely nothing. Just going to the fridge. Do you want a beer, mate? Enjoying the show so far. First timer. Thanks, matey. Hope you subscribed. I'd love a beer, actually, but I'm sticking to me Pepsi Max at the minute. Kendo says, nice to see an actual game plan. It is, and you can tell. You can tell straight away. Even in this first 16 minutes or so, you can tell there's a game plan. You can tell what we're trying to do here. Just trying to contain Arsenal, frustrate them a lot, and then, try and get at them. Again, Saka's tried to play a ball into Aubameyang there, but Dubravka just smothers the ball. And so, again, that one chance for Saka was a big opportunity for them. But again, I'm quite impressed with the way we've started here, the way we've, we're not giving them clear-cut opportunities. I'd like to see us press a bit further up the pitch, if I'm honest, to have a go at them. I think given how they've defended, certainly this season, we should be getting at them as well. But so far, it's a bit one way of Arsenal possession. There's a ball over the top again. Dubravka safely off his line. See, no hesitation with Dubravka there like there was with Darlow last week. He wants to come out, he'll come out. No hesitation and get the ball. And that's what the defenders will love playing. Final third passes so far, 33 for Arsenal and only 1 for us. So you can tell that way that we haven't really been a threat attacking-wise at all at the minute. David says, we're playing well, Paul, mate. I am going for a 2-1-2. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I love a manager who bollocks these overpaid players. It's nice. It really is nice to see him. Liking, got clock, thank you. It's all done on, reading up about certain different things you can use for a watch-along. So, of course, I don't have a sort of big studio set up like Mark Goldbridge on the United stand or something. This is dangerous. We've got Tavares in a lot of space, bursting down the left, deflected off Lascelles, headed away by Fraser. St. Maximan then comes in and gets the ball. What's he going to do with it? Well, he tries to take 3 players on, loses the ball, goes down injured. That's frustrating me about St. Maximan. That's a foul. Do you know what? We're getting nothing off this referee, to be fair. Willock's, it's a very, very dangerous free kick, this to Arsenal, right outside the penalty area. But was Maxi fouled here? No, I don't think he was. I think they won the ball back. Break forward. Odegaard definitely tripped up by Willock. It is a free kick. But Maxi shouldn't be trying to take 3 players on there. There you see. Arsenal player wins the ball. Tomiyasu, good tackle on and then Willock completely misses the ball and takes out Odegaard. But we're getting nothing off the referee. Absolutely nothing early doors in this game. Maxi's got gloves on. He's got bandages on. Oh, dear me, how. Looks like the mummy, that kid, sometimes when he's playing for Newcastle. But this is dangerous. We've got Odegaard and I believe Thomas Partey is standing over the ball at the minute. This is very, very dangerous because Arsenal do have some decent set-piece takers in their team. 5-man wall for Newcastle at the minute. But Maxi shouldn't be dribbling in those areas. That's what he needs to improve on, getting rid of the ball when he needs to get rid of it. Because if this goes in, then unfortunately it's down to Maxi because no way should he be dribbling, 10 yards outside his own penalty area like that. Yeah, one-man take on, but 3 Arsenal players on him. He's going to lose the ball. It's going to be Odegaard. And a brilliant save by Dubravka down to his right, across to the right-hand side. Ball comes back in the area. Tomiyasu completely mishits it and Shelby clears. Newcastle have a man down in the penalty area. I'm not sure who it is. Arsenal coming back again. Oh, that's a brave tackle by Matt Ritchie. And the referee has stopped the game. I'm trying to see who it is who's down. It looks like Joe Linton. He's holding his rib area. But what a good save that is from Dubravka. Ball curled around the wall. And I mean, it was a comfortable save for Dubravka, but he got a good punch on it as well with his fists to clear the ball. That's a good save. He just installs a bit more confidence in the defense, doesn't he? You know what I mean? He's there all the time. I'm trying to see what happened to Joe Linton. Oh, he got an elbow from Fabian Schär in the rib cage, both jumping up for a header. But he's up on his feet. I think he's just winded, if anything else. I don't think there's any real issue with his ribs there, hopefully. Paul says, it's so refreshing to see Eddie shouting instructions from the side instead of you-know-who scratching his bits and preparing a statement starting well, I know. It's crazy. Sky, they were playing 4-4-1-1. Are they drunk? I don't know where they get them formations from. I'll tell you something, mate. I wouldn't like to get on the wrong end of Jason Tyndall. He just looks like an evil man. Definitely the kind of guy that would put an arm around you when you need it, but also definitely a guy who would bollock your ass if you don't follow the instructions. You can see now that we have a plan, the tactics to frustrate Arsenal. Tactics, boy, we haven't seen those for a long time. Agreed. Gary says, got you on the phone, Paul, got the game on the laptop. No problem, mate, that's fine. Nice to see over 200 watching, which is brilliant. So if you are enjoying the live watch along, please do hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, lots on here, lots of live shows, lots of recordings, daily news and things like that. So please do consider subscribing as well. I'm trying to get up to 6,500 and then look beyond that. But at the minute, that's my target. So we've got nearly 22 minutes gone of the game and it's still 0-0. Really, Dubravka with one of those saves to make. Ramsdale, we haven't threatened at all yet. But of course, it's still early. It's midway through the first half. We've contained Arsenal as best we can at the minute. I just love to see us go at them a bit more attacking wise. Oh, the cells, dear me. Trying to clear with his left foot. He's just basically sliced it off his shin. Tomiyasu back heel. Richie's there. Joe Linton holding the ball up well there. That's nice from Shelby back to Dubravka. Just calm it down a little bit. Out wide now to Emil Kraft. Fraser back to Kraft. One thing we don't want to do is knock it around too much at the back because Lascelles is absolutely garbage. Pass to Lascelles. He miscontrols it yet again, and Arsenal have the ball back again. Absolutely shocking control from Lascelles, that. How is this guy even in the starting line? How is he even captain? Cross comes in from Arsenal. That's way too deep, but Tomiyasu going to try and keep it in. He does. Oh, the linesman says no. Tomiyasu can't believe it, but it is a goal kick to Newcastle United. But that's dreadful defending from Lascelles again. Absolutely dreadful. I mean, this guy is supposed to be captain, and he can't control a simple football like that. What bloody chance do we stand? Honestly, pathetic. Would you swap Maxi for Pulisic? That's an interesting one. Because Pulisic, we know, does have that final ball. He is capable. So I've just got my son sitting next to me as well, just seeing what he's up to. So look at some more comments. You need to wake up. I hope Arsenal lose today. I think there's definitely a game plan here. Without a shadow of a doubt, there's a game plan. But it's uncomfortable when you're used to Newcastle defending so badly. Schär bringing the ball out. not a good pass, that. Again, simple ball to feet, and it doesn't happen, and we put Arsenal on the attack. It's so frustrating when we can't even pass a ball in a straight line. That's nothing to do with the manager. That's just players' talent, unfortunately. And we know that some of these players are not quite good enough for this level, but we can't do anything about that today, unfortunately. But simple passes, and it just gives Arsenal a chance to go on the attack straight away. That fish guy says, started listening to you a few weeks ago. Natural host, great to listen to. Keep it up. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate that. Yeah, Thomas says it all about Lascelles. Yeah. He's just poor. He's just poor. Says Lascelles is a liability. Without a doubt he is. Matthew says, can't see us getting anything out of this. It hasn't been a great first half, has it? I am impressed with the way we've sort of defended and stopped them getting through. They haven't had any real massive opportunities to score. We've closed them down where we've needed to close them down, but they're very, very quick on top. That's a foul, referee. Callum Wilson's getting very, very frustrated already here. That's about 5 times on him. And finally, he gets a free kick. The pushing in from behind and causing... I mean, that's a clear foul, and it took him ages to blow his whistle. It's ridiculous. Shelby's like looking at the referees saying, are you actually watching this game, ref? I mean, Jesus Christ, he doesn't stand a chance. I'd love us to sneak a goal, though, because I think Arsenal would fall apart. They've done that plenty of times this season. That's a terrible clearance from Partey. St. Maximin got it now, dribbling on the side of the box. Oh, he's gone past Tomiyasu. Ah, it's a handball! Referee! Tomiyasu went down for the tackle, and it hit the hand. Now, will VAR look at that? Tomiyasu dives in. It definitely hits his arm. Now, I've seen them given by VAR, I have to say. Tomiyasu went diving in. He didn't get the ball. It hit his hand. I'm not sure VAR are even going to check it, though. Doesn't look like it. Unbelievable. I've seen them given, guys. I really have. Not sure what you guys think of that, the ones that are watching the game, but that I've seen them given. Oh, unlucky. Corner came in, near post, and Shah's header, unfortunately, over the bar. But that's an opportunity. But I'm staggered that didn't seem to even go to VAR. But then again, it's us. David says, like in the Coventry, thanks very much, mate. Miggy needs to come on and back up Maxi. Look, Miggy's been poor. I haven't had a lot of hope for Miggy at the minute. He may improve, and I hope he does. He's one of those players that I really do hope thrives under Eddie Howe. But obviously, I don't think Eddie's seen enough of him yet since he was on international duty to warrant a first-team start. I don't think Eddie looks too happy at the minute with what's going on the pitch. But let's be fair, guys. We're at 27 minutes and it's still 0-0. And that's a positive as far as I'm concerned. We haven't conceded. We're still in this game, and that's where we need to be. As long as we're still in the game. ASM doesn't look up for it today. It looks too cold for him. He needs to get into the game and get a smile on his face. He looks in a right arsey mood. Yeah, he does look in an arsey mood, to be honest. Eric says, going well, Paul. I'm watching a 30-second delay feed, but listening to you because I want to hear what you sound like when we score. Hopefully we will. But at the minute, we're not looking like it, I have to say. We haven't had any real opportunities apart from that Shah header. Yep. People saying it's a penalty. Never a pen, says Gunnar Callum. Well, you're bound to say that, mate. The ref has taken it in the arse from Arsenal. Tom says, I didn't think it was much, but yes, I've seen them given. Thought they might at least look. I'm surprised they didn't look at it. Normally, maybe they did. I'm not listening to the commentary on the TV, to be honest. So maybe they did. And it was just decided that he couldn't do anything about it. Shot comes in miles away from Partey. Oh, no, it was Tavares. Tried cutting in on his right foot and tried to curl one into the top corner. It didn't happen. Miles over the bar. Abigail says 100% handball. If a player goes to ground in the box and hits the arm, should be an automatic penalty. Still 0-0. The longer we're in the game, the better. Indeed. It's just showing a shot of the Newcastle fans now. Some of them still coming into the ground, obviously late on the trains, unfortunately. But they're there, and it's still 0-0, so they haven't missed any goals. To be fair, Eddie looks drained. I hope he's okay. I don't think he does, Dave. I think he just looks healthy. I think he looked healthy when he came out the tunnel. I think it's obviously cold. And you know what the cold weather's like, Dave. It turns turns flush skin into wrinkles. That's a good tackle by Kraft. And it's put us on the attack here with Callum Wilson down the right-hand side. 5 attempts for Arsenal so far, none for Newcastle, 1 on target for Arsenal. That's a nice layoff. Wilson hammered, but he's crossed the ball in, and it's cleared by Partey. It comes to Shelvey. Shelvey has a hit! Oh! Tipped onto the bar by Ramsdale. What a save! Oh my God, that was nearly 1-0. Very, very close. Brilliant effort by Shelvey. And I'm sure Ramsdale tipped that onto the bar. He did. What a save. What a save. But that's more like it. Brilliant football leading up to that chance. Just clipped the top of the fingers of Ramsdale and off the bar. What an opportunity. Damn you, Ramsdale. What a keeper he's been for Arsenal, by the way, this season. I think he's slightly winded himself saving that, but what a save. But what a good effort by Shelvey. In the right place as well. Just hanging on the edge of the box, waiting for a clearance to happen. And, of course, it happened, and there's a shot. Closest we've come to a goal in the match, no doubt about it. Richie will take the corner for Newcastle. That's swung right into the middle. Headed away by Gabriel. Comes to Maxi. Shelvey again. He'll not be shooting this time, though, from there. Plays it out wide to Fraser. Fraser's going to whip this ball in. Oh, headed away again from Arsenal. This is good pressure. Shelvey! Oh, good. Well, straight at Ramsdale. 35 yards out there from John Joe. Let it fly on the ground, but Ramsdale held onto it eventually. But that's much better from us, I have to say. Absolutely so much better. This referee's a tit, by the way. He's a complete tit. I don't know who's refereeing, but he's a tit. Tomiyasu's got it now for Arsenal down the right-hand side. He's cutting in on his left. He's going to have a go, and just wide. Again, we seem to stand off him there and let him say, look, you cut in on your left. We know you're right-footed, but he's also got a left foot, judging by that shot. Dubravka had it covered, though. No problems there. Joe Linton leading by example, says Brian, definitely. Ramsdale, you beast. Yeah, they're just showing it again. What a save. Just got his fingertips onto it, but that's all you need as a goalkeeper. And then the final shot by Shelvey. Ramsdale just palms it with his gloves and then catches it. But so much better. Oh, Callum Wilson's offside. He's getting so frustrated so far in this match. He's got to be careful, obviously, because he's a booking away from a suspension, remember. But, last 5 minutes, we've come into the game a lot more. We've obviously had the best chance of the game there, without a shadow of a doubt. Thought Shelvey had scored. I thought he had as well, Matthew, to be honest, mate. I thought it was in, but unfortunately not. I think it's Atwell who... Oh, God almighty, I'm not surprised. Aren't the refs paid by the Premier League? Yes, they are. Fitness is much better, says Toonami. Yeah, I've noticed that. They're certainly not blowing out their asses at all. Abu says, so far, Newcastle playing good. Good, I'm not so sure. We've given Arsenal too much respect, I think, in the first, certainly the first half hour. But the last 5 minutes or so, we've certainly come back at them. But that gives me hope that Arsenal, if you look at them, they can be got at. And we know they can be got at for the way they defended this season. But we just need to be a little more on the front foot. And I think that's what Eddie Howe will probably say to the players at half-time. We need to be at them a little bit more. When we've got the ball, go at them. Because they are vulnerable, quite clearly. Tavares has got the ball here midway through the Newcastle half. But again, we're forcing them back. We're not stepping out of position. It's very disciplined, and I think that's something that Eddie Howe has drilled into the players here. Saka on the right-hand side now for Arsenal. Again, not really going anywhere. There's not really any decent movement from Arsenal, but we're not allowing that. And this is why it's a bit more confident than what we were playing under Steve Bruce when we were defending, because we couldn't defend. We were losing discipline so easy. Maxi on the ball. He's turned out the trouble there. And he's got past Thomas Partey, breaking now through the middle. Maxi, terrible ball, though. Couldn't find the runner, Wilson. That's not a foul, referee. That is just using his strength. For fuck's sake. Odegaard's gone down, and, Willock's challenge. That's just using his strength. That's not a free kick in a million years. Poor referee. And again, he's been an absolute tit, this referee. Well, there's a penalty incident. From the corner, Fabian Schär thrown to the floor. Now, why weren't VAR looking at that? You have to say, like, everything's gone against Newcastle in this game so far. There's no doubt in my mind. Every little thing. 50-50s and stuff like that. This referee has been all for Arsenal so far. And, I'm not wanting to say conspiracy or anything like that. I'm just saying the referee's having a mare. He's given the home team everything here. Maxi turn with the ball back to Richie. Play it out. Again, we're trying to look for Wilson, but he's lost the ball again. We didn't really lose. He didn't get it. Thomas Partey now. Joe Linton hard in on him. Odegaard in a bit of space here. Out to Saka on the right-hand side. Saka's looking to get a cross in. Maxi's won the ball. Oh, no way! Another free kick to Arsenal. I'm pretty sure Maxi got a foot on that ball, but who knows? I may be wrong. I'll see here on the replay. Saka cuts back inside. Oh, maybe he didn't. I don't know. Can't see from that angle. Yeah, he did, actually. He got studs on the ball. He won the ball. Shocking again from the referee. Paul says this is exactly what Shelvey can do when he's not sitting in a centre-back position. This is what we've been missing. Yeah, definitely. John Joe's feeling the new manager bounce. He is. He's done well again today, John Joe Shelvey. I have to say, he hasn't lost the ball. He's working hard at defence, and he's creating opportunities going forward. And he's very unlucky not to give Newcastle United the lead. But this is dangerous free kick for Arsenal now. Saka's whipped the cross in. Dubravka comes and punches and takes out Emil Kraft, who's got a head injury here. Is it Emil Kraft? It is. But that's what we want to see from Dubravka. He comes out, and my God, he doesn't care who he goes through to get the ball. I think he's feeling a bit guilty because he's flattened Emil Kraft here, but I think he'd be all right. I think he's just winded. His eyes are open and everything, so he's not comatose. But that is what we want to see from Martin Dubravka, coming out, punching the ball like that, and making sure that the ball first, and then whoever he could. Oh, God Almighty, didn't have clatter Kraft. But that's what you want from your goalkeeper, and I'm sure Kraft will acknowledge that as well. But I think he's just winded here. They're just checking his neck and everything, making sure he's not too bad. Kevin says, shame Howe wasn't in for the Spurs game. We look a different team. We do, and we look like we can get at them without a shadow of a doubt, but I just want to see us go at them a little bit more. Maybe, we're playing just this way in the first half just to make sure that we know that Arsenal, if they score 1 or 2 in the first half, they're very difficult to beat. So maybe it's a case of Eddie saying to the guys, look, if we can catch them on the break, let's do that. However, let's not concede here in the first half. Let's go at them probably in the second half maybe and try and get the win then. After an hour or so, Arsenal start to tire. Our fitness levels are up. Try and sneak a goal, get their heads down. You don't know what tactics Eddie's playing, but look at that. Drinks break. Eddie's right in the middle of the players. Him and Tyndale screaming out instructions. So different from Steve Bruce, who used to stand 10 yards away from them. He's having a good conversation with Joe Willock here, so I'm not sure what that's about. But it's so refreshing. Absolutely so refreshing. And, you can take your Tuchels and your Klopps and stick them up your ass as far as I'm concerned. Eddie Howe, since the minute he's come in here, and there's Amanda Staveley with Mr. Reuben and Amanda's husband, Meerdad. Must be chilly because Amanda's got a blanket over her. It's actually raining at the Emirates as well, so bit of a slippy surface now, but it looks like Emil Kraft's going to be all right. And he's done all right so far as well, to be fair. And to be fair to Kraft, the games he's played this season, he hasn't been too bad. We've certainly had worse defenders than Emil Kraft this season, no doubt about it. He's back on now, safe and sound, and it's a goal kick to Newcastle United. Well, it's in the hands of Martin Dubravka. He's going to send this long up to the halfway line. Looking for Joe Linton, who was clearly pushed there, and the referee says no play on. What is this guy on? Get in, Emil Kraft. That's a beautiful tackle. Oh, just trying to play it through to Wilson there, who, of course, Arsenal player goes down, and the referee gives a free kick straight away. This is disgusting now. It's actually turned into a bit of a farce. We're getting nothing off this referee at all. Good defending by Matt Ritchie there. St. Maximin trying to get at Tommy Yasu there, plays it back to Aaron Ramsdale. So Arsenal will play it out from the back again. But we seem very disciplined in this formation at the minute. Certainly through these 39 minutes, we've very much been disciplined in this formation. And like I said before, I think it could be because we just need to keep the game settled. Don't concede is the main thing. And then we try and really sort of try and do something in the second half once legs start to tire. But it's imperative that we don't concede. And I'm sure that's the way we're looking in the first half, to be fair. Again, Arsenal passing it around in the Newcastle half, but not cutting through us at all. Tomiyasu plays it out to Saka here on the right-hand side. Saka's looking to cut back in on his left, which he does, but he's closed down very quickly, and Newcastle get the ball back. That's a poor pass by Matt Ritchie, though, straight to Tomiyasu. That's where we need to improve. We lose the ball so easily in those kind of situations, and that's where goals come from. But Maxi's won it back, and Joe Linton now has the ball. And Joe Linton, was he tripped? No, he's lost the ball. He should have really given that a bit earlier to Callum Wilson, but now would Smith Rowe. Sambi plays it out to Tavares on the left-hand side. Back to Sambi. Cuts the ball into Saka. Lascelles is tight on him, but he's lost Lascelles quite blatantly. Easy, and oh, what a save! Oh, and then Aubameyang's put. Dear me! What a save by Martin Dubravka, I have to say, from the header from Smith Rowe. But how on earth has Aubameyang missed that? Oh, my good God. 2 yards out, and I think he's just mishit it. But what a save by Dubs. And again, Lascelles beaten far too easily there by Saka. It looks a simple tap. Oh, he's hit the post. Brilliant save from Dubravka. A tap in for Aubameyang, and he's hit the post. Wow. That's a big, big let-off for Newcastle. But again, you know, Lascelles just... Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. So have a look at some of your comments here. Dubravka's clutching his rib cage now. I think he's just winded a bit, to be honest. Or he's just slowing the play down, which is a good move from Dubravka. Jock says this is the type of manager we've been screaming for in how we trust. How straight onto Willock, class management. Eddie Howe talking to Willock, oh, Arsenal boys, stop pulling up your shorts and run. Yeah, I need to see a bit more from Willock, but Lascelles, so weak. So weak. Great save from Dubravka, and how Aubameyang has missed that, I do not know. But both teams have now hit the woodwork. Julie says, just love Eddie Howe already. Shocked the ref didn't give Arsenal a free kick after Dubravka took that. Yeah, exactly. Charles, the refs are paid by the Premier League. The Premier League is run by the Dark Six. Easy to see what's going on here. Put a red and white shirt on that. Well, says Happy Highlights. Tom says, ref is Arsenal's 12th man today, undoubtedly. Ref is an Arsenal fan. The ref is shocking. Something surely needs to be done with Arsenal having 12 men on the pitch. F off Aubameyang, finish striker, get out. Yeah, that was a terrible miss, that. John says, not surprised at the ref's behaviour at all. It's been the same all season. Aubameyang, you're trash dog. Oh, my God, 2018, Joe Linton could have hit that. I'm not so sure. Well, that was close. Amazing save. Look, Lascelles really needed to do better there. You know, he's size-wise, he is so much more bigger than Saka. And Saka just brushed him off like a piece of A4 paper. Honestly. Shaved my face with a rusty razor. Absolutely shocking defending. But we've come used to that from Lascelles, haven't we? Brian says, how we playing, lads? Looked everywhere for a free live stream. We're doing all right. I mean, I have to say we're doing all right. We're still a little bit iffy defensively, but, you know, I'm sure the tactics here have been not to concede in the first half. Oh, there's another free kick. Saka falls over, and it's a yellow card for Matt Ritchie, and he's out now for the game against Norwich. There you go. I mean, did he bring him down? Let's have a look. Oh, my God, man. So he'll miss the Norwich game. So that'll be interesting to see who comes in on the left-hand side for Matt Ritchie, because he's now suspended. Ah, God almighty, man. This is just frustrating me watching this, because every time an Arsenal player goes down, Atwell blows his whistle. He's given nothing to us. Absolutely nothing. But you know what? We're staying disciplined, and that's the main thing. We're staying disciplined. We're working hard, and that's what it's all about. Trying to get something from this game, which we really need. Nice 1-2 there. Smith Rowe running into the box, cleared by Lascelles. I thought he might have gone down there, seeing as Atwell's given everything for Arsenal today. Why not? May as well have a fucking penalty. How has improved so much in 2 games and Bruce in 3 years? Yeah, you can definitely see the improvement. Lascelles needs the captaincy taken off him. I agree with that. How pathetic was Lascelles? Yeah, Abigail praying for Dubravka. He's okay. I think Dubravka was just playing for a bit of time there to settle the game down a little bit. Saka running at the back 4 now into Smith Rowe. Brilliant tackle, Fabian Schär. Wonderful tackle. Get up, Saka, you piece of shit. Honestly, get your ass up, man. You were tackled brilliantly. Fuck me, honestly. Let's roll around, shall we? Good, hard challenge. That's how it's supposed to be. Welcome to the Premier League in a man's game, Saka. Get off your ass. If we have been offered De Vries from Riola, maybe we need to show these defenders how to play 3 at the back. Yep, possibly. Arsenal are in the box again. Tavares. Oh, God, that's wild. Jesus Christ. But again, good closing down. Forcing them into mistakes there. That's what we need to do. There's 4 minutes added on at the end of this first half. Good ball down the right-hand side there to Tomiyasu. Cut the cross in and blocked by Kraft. And then Tavares with a blazing shot. Miles over the bar. But that's good defending. I think Dubravka would have had that, to be fair. But good block by Kraft again. Wow, they had Darlow starting instead of this man. I know. Crazy, isn't it? John says, I feel much better with Dubravka in goal. Yeah, and I'm sure the defenders do as well, to be honest, John. Without a shadow of a doubt, they do. Saka now. Cleared away by Schär. He's played well today, Schär. He's had a good game. Lascelles just needs to go to ground, go around punching people. He's just not strong enough. He's just not a defender. Saka now. Arsenal really coming on strong in these last few minutes of the half, but St. Maximin has the ball now. No, don't mess with it there again. That's twice he's done that. He needs to know when to get rid of the ball. He's just hanging onto it in the near the 18-yard box. And again, if Arsenal had scored there, that would have been down to Maxi. He's got to know when. That's the frustrating thing. He's a wonderful, wonderful player, but so annoying sometimes when he dribbles in that area of the pitch and he loses it. Needs to get rid of it. Abigail says, given the criminal cartel's behaviour so far, that wouldn't surprise me if they bought off the refs. Atwell and his Arsenal season ticket. At least Lewis will be on the next match. Well, unless he changed the formation again. Arsenal looking dangerous here with Aubameyang. Cross comes in. Shelvey's there. Needs to win that, and he does. Comes back to Tavares. He's going to hit it again, and yet again, it's blazed miles over the bar. He certainly hasn't got his shooting boots on. Oh, Shelvey's just... Shelvey's took a late tackle there. And again, nothing said by Atwell. Shelvey headed the ball away there, was very brave in his 50-50 and was caught late, but again, nothing from the referee. This is staggering. Brilliant save by Dubravka, and I still can't believe Aubameyang's missed that, to be honest. But then again, Aubameyang's not hitting the heights that he quite used to. Hopefully Lewis gets his chance now. Good afternoon, Richard. Hope you're well. Is it me or did the lads look tired? Not much pace and tempo. We look shattered. I don't think we do. I think we've played a good first half here. And hopefully we're playing to sort of, we're on the attack here with Fraser. Plays the ball in low, cleared away from Arsenal. It wasn't the best of crosses that from Fraser, but hey-ho. Lascelles pumps it forward towards Joe Willock. Willock takes it down well. Don't go offside. Don't go offside. Willock on the ball on the right-hand side. Crosses in. Not a good cross. Headed away again by Arsenal. Shelvey. Oh, Maxi, man! Joe Linton. Shelvey. Oh, God, if that had gone through, Richie was in. Now we're out of position. Arsenal can try and catch us on the break, but good work coming back by Joe Linton. Maxi's had a mare. I'm sorry, he's had a mare today. He's had an absolute nightmare. He just doesn't look in it. And Shelvey was coming beautifully running onto that ball, and Maxi tried to take it off him. Unbelievable. come to Tomiyasu, and that's well wide again from Arsenal, shooting from 25 yards. But that's what we're restricting them to at the minute. 25-yard shots, that'll do me all day. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is half-time. We have had the 49 minutes. And, yeah, I have to say, it's 0-0, and that can only benefit us. The fact that it's 0-0, Arsenal had a wonderful chance through Aubameyang there, brilliantly saved header from Smith Rowe, and Aubameyang hits the post. We've also hit the woodwork with a fantastic Shelvey shot, tipped onto the bar by Ramsdale. But I have to say, I'm extremely impressed with what I've seen. Let's be honest. We're away at Arsenal. We'd expect them to come onto us. We're bottom of the league, but I think the tactics from Eddie Howe in the first half have been, we're not going to concede a goal. If we can catch them on the break, fine, but we don't concede in the first half, and that gives us a much better opportunity second half to go at them. And I genuinely believe that's what Howe is doing. We can only hope. Liam says, are you watching on BT? I can hear a small kid screaming in the background of the commentators. It's getting annoying. I've got the commentary turned right down. I'm not listening to them, to be honest. They just do me head in on BT. Hopefully that's Lewis in against his former club. Get up the pitch. Yeah, we need to get up a bit more. And I'm sure that's what Eddie Howe will say to the guys at half-time. We need to be further up the pitch. Took until nearly half-time for the language to start getting fruity. We can get something out of this for sure, definitely. Kendo says, you can tell our lads are more vocal on the pitch and encouraging each other. Just tuned in. Have we had any chances? We have. We had a wonderful opportunity from Shelvey, which was brilliantly saved onto the bar by Ramsdale. They've hit the post as well. How, I don't know. It should have been 1-0 Arsenal, but, clearly Aubameyang just didn't have his shooting boots on there today, so I'm not sure what's happened there. But 0-0. We can only be happy with that. We're not getting beat. ASM has been poor today. He's been rotten, actually. He's been absolutely rotten. But there's a chance to improve in the second half, and that's what it's all about. We have to try and see that improvement in the second half, without a doubt. I'm just changing a few settings here, guys. I do apologise. Dubravka is a beast. He certainly is. Abu says, big clubs together to stop Newcastle rising, so referees partially doesn't surprise me. Our players need to put more than one pass at a time. Yep. Joe Linton is a completely different player under Howe. He's worked his ass off again. New to the channel, do you stream commentary on all live games? No, because I'm at most of them. I'm certainly at all the home games. I will be at the Leicester game. I will be at the Liverpool game. But the games that I don't go to, I will be live streaming. So fiddling around with software, trying to come up with all sorts of new studios and things like that to get it good. Something like Goldbridge does on the United stand, has a little studio there, that type of thing. But hey, we got the scoreboard, we got the clock. That's all we need. Ginger says, Paul, a point is good, makes us 4 points away from getting out the bottom three. It is. You getting the drinks in now, Paul? Their shooting from outside the box has been atrocious. Long may it continue. And that's what we're forcing them into. That has to be a positive as well. We're forcing them into shooting from the box. It'll be like that till the end of the season. Hope we survive. The passing is shocking. That's something that definitely needs improved. Still in the game. Can't ask for more than that at this stage. Kendo says, pretty even first half. Last time we played them, it was an embarrassing training exercise. Exactly. And we're always, you can tell they're worried about us on the attack. You can tell. But we are stopping most of the attacks. Good play from Joe Linton there. Good first half. Lord, that kid is screaming at everything. I can't hear the commentary, so I don't know. Who would you sub? I wouldn't make any substitutions yet, to be honest. I think we're doing all right. Does the ref have his own room, or does he rest at half-time? And it'll be Arsenal's dressing room, obviously. 100% record so far. Yeah, it is. We should have had a pen. 2 pens should be 2-1 Newcastle. Quite happy so far. Arsenal are finding a lot of space on the wings. They are, but they're not hurting us at the minute. we have to accept that, sometimes they are going to get around us. That's just, they have some very good players going forward, just like we do. We will get around them from time to time, and I'm sure we'll see that in the second half. Great live video, Paul. Hope keep it up. Thank you very much. How have we not had 3 penalties? 3? I think that's asking a lot. Keep the faith. 2, says Mark. I think we definitely should have had 1. I'm not sure about 2, but definitely 1. Quite happy so far. Not many chances, but something to work on. Jared says, really think getting to 0-0 at half-time is a bonus. Got the how chat for the break. Can only be a good thing. Yeah, he's back in the dressing room. To be fair, every time ASM has the ball, he has 3 on him. Yeah, exactly, Kendo. But that's what I'm saying. If he's got 3 men on him, then get rid of the ball. Get rid of it. Don't try and take the 3 men on. He has to be disciplined and get rid of the ball at the right time. Brian says, much more professional performance. Joe Linton will end up as captain at this rate. Keep it up. That's incredible. Are resetting the clock back for the second half? You want me to reset the clock? I shall reset the clock. Give me a second, and it shall be done. There you go. 45 minutes. Right, I'm going to take a short break because my little man is going to his mum, so I'm just going to get him ready during the halftime break. So go and get yourself a drink, some snacks, and then we'll come back for the second half. But thank you very much. We've got over 300 watching today, which is incredible. So thank you. Please do hit the like button if you're enjoying the show. And also, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please do consider subscribing as well. I'll be back in around 5-10 minutes for the second half, guys. Thank you very much. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Second half's just kicked off. So I'm a little behind on the clock, so I'm going to reset that. Just wait till it goes to 46 minutes. And we'll save that. A free kick to Newcastle in the 18-yard box, which is good. So under 46 minutes, we'll start the clock. So I know where I am in the match. There we go. 46 minutes. Boom. All right, let's see if we can do any different in the second half. Try and get a victory. Sneak. I'm hoping even if we sneak a 1-0 win, I'll be happy with that. To be honest, I think we all will. We just need to get a hold of the ball a bit more in this second half. Willock's driving forward here down the left-hand side for Newcastle. Certainly can he get a cross in? Pulled it back onto his right foot. Laid it off to Maxi. Maxi just jinking around. Cross, brilliant ball in from Richie, and it's cleared away by Arsenal. Again, that's the thing we need. Balls into the box quickly. That's good tracking back by Emil Kraft on Tavares. Stuart Atwell. I mean, you can look at Emil Kraft now. You could see Stuart Atwell there running back with a whistle in his mouth. He's going to blow as soon as the Arsenal player goes down. Pathetic refereeing, man. Honestly. Does my head in. I mean, yeah, it obviously took him out eventually, but Jesus Christ, man. Good old-fashioned shoulder barge for me, but this referee's a tit. He really is a tit. Good play by Kraft again. Brilliant. You see there the difference. Right there. Dubravka comes out. He screams at Kraft in. He's not going to get there. Clear the ball. And Kraft does the sensible thing and just puts it out for a corner. Brilliant again. And that's the kind of thing we've missed with Darlow because he's just not vocal enough, in my opinion. Jordy9 says, if Dubravka keeps clean sheet, first game back with Arsenal says a lot. Ball's bouncing around and it's in Dubravka's hands. He just fills you with so much more safety than what Karl Darlow does, in my opinion. He's just, he just commands his area so much better. And that's what it's all about. First half was like paint drying, maybe, but it's all about getting a result for Newcastle down here. The ref is that ref that got demoted to the EFL because of making bad calls. There's a surprise. John Joe's got to be stronger there. We're still losing. What's frustrating is we're still losing the ball in very silly areas. Some of the passing's been a little bit wayward as well, which has been very disappointing. But all of this will improve over time. We can see improvements to the team already, as far as I'm concerned. Odegaard here on the right-hand side for Arsenal. Can't play from Joe Linton there. Long ball up from Richie. Looks like he's pushed Willock a bit further forward, but again, poor touch by Willock. He needs to get in the game a bit more, get himself involved. Odegaard throwing himself to the floor there, looking for a free kick, which, to be fair, was surprising he didn't get. Now Fraser down the right-hand side for Newcastle. Has to check back. We just want a little bit of controlled football here. Just keep the ball, frustrate Arsenal, and the fans will get on the Arsenal players' backs. We know what the Arsenal fans are like. Maxi's had a terrible game so far. He really has. But Arsenal, what Arsenal will probably do this second half is they will try and get a goal within the first 10 minutes of the half. They'll go at us, and we have to expect that. We have to expect them to come at us hard. But we just need to stay disciplined. Oh, it's a great play from Saka. Good save, Dubravka. Not the best of shots by Saka, but he managed to cut in back onto his left foot. We know he's going to do that. That's, you're showing him down the right. But it was a good bit of skill by Saka, to be fair, but he couldn't put it wide enough of Dubravka. Dubravka's positioning, once again, pretty perfect, but it wasn't the greatest of shots from Saka, to be fair. I'd nick Any subs? Not at the moment. No. Apart from that silly foul, I think Kraft has played well. He has. He played very well. Paul, should NUFC get Leverkusen's Anric and Frimpong? Yes. If we can get them, it would be nice. Johnny says, sorry, but without Ramsdale, Arsenal will be 1-0 down. Shelby's shot would have flown in. Yeah, I mean, we could have said that, but then you can get to say if Aubameyang had it. Oh, there's another fucking foul. Honestly, this referee, an absolute monumental bell end, this referee, undoubtedly. I mean, as soon as an Arsenal player goes down, that whistle is in his mouth quicker than a bloody Dutch hooker drops her pants. It's unbelievable. Saka's going to swing the free kick in for Arsenal here. Saka again. He's going to float this ball across. That's a dangerous ball in. Curled right across, but nobody could get on the end of that for Arsenal, and it's a goal kick for Newcastle. Jody says, anyone in Morpeth got a spare car jack and wrench? Oh, Jesus Christ. Jock says, their improvements are better management, better training, and heads aren't down. No, we're keeping our heads up. Newcastle hitting the ball long, and you complained when that was the way Bruce played. Mike sacked, I wonder when you'd come into it. Mr. Steve Bruce's love child. Give over. We're not going long all the time. Have you watched us? Have you actually watched us the last couple of games? It's not the same. Give your head a shake. Toonami says we need something. It's squeaky bum time for us when we need wins. It feels good not watching Brucey ball. Hate this ref. Who doesn't? This would be a decent game without a foul merchant for a ref. You know, there's a bit of a difference, isn't there? That referee last week against Brentford, can't remember what his name was, but he's quite new to the Premier League, and he did really well. You know, he controlled the game, and he let a lot go, to be fair to him. You know, but they were all like, that's what football should be about. You know, it's a physical game. Players getting stuck in and working hard. You know, you've got to let some things go. Little foul players falling over like Nancy's. Give over, man. Arsenal pressing very hard. Shelby had 5 players around him there, but did well to find a bit of space. It's out to Kraft now on the right-hand side. Lays it off to Ryan Fraser. Now we've got a bit of possession here. Just work it. Because we can frustrate Arsenal all day long. You know, a point into the Emirates is better than nothing without a shadow of a doubt, and puts us in a good position to get 6 points from the next 2 games, which are massive. Oh, Jesus Christ. Joe Linton, again, jumping for a header with Tavares. Tavares goes down. Guess what? Free kick, frickin' Arsenal. My God. James says, I know we're desperate for our first win, but a point would be awesome today. It really would. I agree. Totally agree. Exactly, Julie. Exactly. But we all know Mike Sackter's a big Bruce fan. Well, I never, Mike Sack. No more Brucey, yeah? Ginger says, people need to see every point counts to 38 points. An Arsenal away draw really helps. Totally agree, Ginger. Totally agree, mate. Abigail says, Arsenal's still a quality side, so always difficult game. Bruce lost to the Dregs, was a useless tosser. Speak your mind, Abigail. Speak your mind. Cross comes in from Arsenal, and that's straight into the arms of the mighty Goobs. You know, again, you know, Arsenal, plenty of the ball, certainly in the first 10 minutes of this second half, but they're not hurting us. They're not hurting us at all. We're restricting them mainly to long shots, which is good, because luckily for us, they ain't got the shooting boots on at the minute. Fraser inside to Shelby. We're just knocking it about at the back at the minute. I really don't like it when we do this, because we never seem to have the players to do it, but so far, so good. It just worries me when Lascelles get the ball, because that happens. Terrible distribution again. Fucking, honestly, he is terrible, him. Like, he's terrible. He can't pass a ball. And now it's put us on the back foot again. Sambi here just outside the box. Tavares in a lot of space. Aubameyang back to Tavares. Back to Sambi. Again, though, they're being forced back. They're not cutting through us. Out to Smith Rowe, who's on the left. Down the line to Saka. He's certainly their danger man. Smith Rowe into Tavares. Back to Saka. Lovely football. 1-0 Arsenal. Unbelievable. They just passed around us there, guys. They just passed around us. Simple as you like. Oh, that's not a great time for us to concede a goal. 10 minutes into the bloody second half, man. Unreal. Unreal. That's disappointing, guys. And I don't think he was anywhere near offside either, which is frustrating again. Let's see if he was offside. Don't think he was. Nah. Look at Lascelles, man. Standing there with his arm in the air like a fucking turnip. Honestly. That guy. Absolute wank he is. Absolute wank. How long do we give this freaking melon? How long do we give this melon at centre-back, man? He's terrible. Stand there with his arm in the air instead of trying to defend the ball. So there you go, guys. It's 1-0 to the Arsenal, unfortunately. But if anyone we could score for Arsenal today, it was Saka, wasn't it? All day long. Now what do we do? Do we put our heads down or do we actually try and get back into it? Fraser in the middle of his own half here. Nowhere to turn. Arsenal have done that well today, to be honest. They've pressed us really high and done a good job at it as well. Poor pass from Kraft. I just hope frustration doesn't really kick in here and we keep working hard because that's what we did against Brentford, to be fair. David Atkinson's like, you're doing a fine job here, Paul. Passionate, clear, insightful. Next best thing to watching the match live on TV. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. That's frustrating, guys. Really frustrating. Cut through us like a knife through butter. Then, you know, Lascelles sees Saka making a run and he just stands there with his arm in the air. I mean, what fucking good is that going to do? Seriously. Useless defending from him again. Supposed to be a captain, man. Arsenal now have a corner. I think we need to make a change here. I think, you know, we need a bit of fresh legs on the pitch. James says, Geordie, been living in Spain for 2 years. Found your channel since the takeover and just want to see your videos have been made. Thanks, James. Really appreciate that, buddy. Jared says, a point is all we can hope for with this bloody idiot. Well, it is now. It certainly is now. Connor says, Maxi needs to link up with both Joe Linton and Willock to get an impact. Willock's been anonymous again in this game. I have to say, he's been anonymous. You know, I don't know what's happened to the kid. I do not know what has happened to the kid, but he's not performing anymore. And you know, he's been anonymous today. Maxi's played shite as well. You know, let's not get away from that. Ginger said, just ordered Newcastle new training top to go with the blue one I got before. How took over? Yeah, I'm going to get the blue one, mate. Definitely. Trull says, that is not good enough. We let them play. It's a disgrace. We've got, what have we got on the bench to change it up now? Well, to be fair, we've got Miggy. I mean, do we give Miggy a shot? I think Miggy, it seems like Willock's been playing far too, well, he's playing more up the pitch, you know, start this second half. However, he's anonymous again. He's absolutely anonymous again. Arsenal's corner. It's swung in, headed away by Callum Wilson. Odegaard cleared away again by Lascelles. Why isn't Lascelles screaming at the defence to push up? Swung across now. Thomas Partey on the left-hand side. Poor touch by him. Shelvey. Emil Kraft. Again, Arsenal shutting us down very, very quickly. And it's turning a bit bleak, guys, if I'm honest, this second half. It's turning a bit bleak for us. Arsenal controlling the game. They're certainly in no trouble at all at the minute. Just knocking it around. Very, very frustrating afternoon again by the looks of things. Unless we can sort of just click into gear and try and get an equaliser here. But if anything, guys, it looks like, you know, Arsenal could go on and get a second. Shelvey's first thought is a backwards pass. He's a lie, but I don't agree with that. I really don't. I think he's been all right. It's not Shelvey's fault, this. It's just the lack of quality we've got in defence. Tomiyasu, ball in, comes to Aubameyang. Aubameyang, poor touch. Tried to knock it over the top of Emil Kraft and knocked it too far. Dubravka off his line to claim it. Now, can we break? Shelvey down the line looking for Big Joe. And Joe Linton gets there brilliantly. But he's tackled. Oh, but he's won it back out of play. You know what it is? He's worked his arse off against Joe Linton today, and there's nobody there. Newcastle look like they're going to make a change. Murphy is stripping off, and so is... good news for Newcastle is Saka's down at the minute. I don't know what he's done. Strangely enough, Arsenal haven't kicked it out of play. Saka's sitting on his arse. But it looks like Miggy's coming on and Murphy. So it'll be interesting to see who he brings off and then what formation we change to. He's obviously going to push us a little bit further up the pitch to try and get some goals. But we need to be. We're sitting back again now, and that's not what we want to see. Oh, Lascelles 3 yards late. That was a terrible tackle, Lascelles. Freaking hell. I'm sorry to keep rabbiting on about Lascelles, guys, but he is absolute liability. He is terrible. So he'll probably be booked for that, which means he'll now miss the Norwich game, which is a blessing. I have to say, I'm not going to be worried about that, to be honest with you. Saka's limping pretty badly, actually, at the minute. Tavares cuts on his right foot, blocked by Willock. Wilson, again, shut down so quickly. They just don't have a second to breathe. That's what I want to see from us. I want to see us going at them. Thomas Partey curls one just over the bar, which I believe took a deflection. And Lascelles is booked. Everybody said it, didn't they? Everybody said this turnip was going to be booked. So he now misses the Norwich game. But that's a blessing for me. Put somebody else in. He was five miles late for that tackle. When are people going to... Seriously, man. He's not good enough. He's not even good enough for a captain. He's not even good enough to play. So frustrating. Ginger says, sorry, Paul, we just don't have the players to compete in this league. I'm starting to believe that, mate. I'm starting to believe it. I think it's time for Miggy or Murphy. Well, they're both coming on. Julie says, can we have a heart rate monitor on Paul, please? We'll need one shortly, I tell you. This is absolute shocking. Can't stand Lascelles. Donkey liability of the highest order. We need an Eddie Howe masterclass. Saka's coming off injured for Arsenal. He's going to be replaced by Martinelli. Martinelli, again, very, very pacey player. So he'll enjoy running at Lascelles. Fucking EO back there. Jesus Christ. Lascelles is dreadful. This is massive now for us in the Premier League. Yeah, Miggy's coming on. Let's see who he makes the changes for here. Don't think he's going to change it yet because Arsenal have a corner. Of course, we don't make changes when we're defending. Seeing that one coming, piss farting around at the back and then hoofing it up. Yeah, Eddie Howe will not be happy with that. Corner to Arsenal, swung in, headed away. Guys, we look terrible at the minute. It certainly has all changed. You know, we just cannot get the ball this second half at all. Something needs to change and drastically fast. Otherwise, we're going to lose this game 2 or 3. That's a great ball from Shelvey. Wilson's onto it. Wilson, penalty referee. And of course not. Wilson feels like he was pushed. Will VAR look at it? Probably freaking not. Unbloody believe. What a ball that was again, though, from Shelvey. Pinpoint accuracy for Wilson to run onto. Shelvey's having a right go at the referee as well, and so he should. Honestly, you just knew Wilson would go down, but they wouldn't. No way were we going to get a penalty. Not in a million fucking years. We're going to rebuild in the Championship. Sorry, Paul, we've given Arsenal 80% of the ball. I know, I agree with you, Ginger. It's not good. I don't understand why we're sitting off. That for me is not the instructions that's come from the manager. Ball over to Martinelli. 2-0. Ball played right over the top. Martinelli just onto it first time. And he's literally been on the pitch 5 seconds. Unbelievable. Terrible defending again. Who in God's earth is picking this player up here? Honestly, I give up. I give up without defending. I'm not sure whether it's going to be checked by VAR for offside because, I mean, he was in the acres of space there. Let's have a check here, see if he was. No, is he bollocks? He's miles onside. Absolutely useless defending again. And there we go, putting our hands up, wanting offside. Miss, he was offside. Was he bollocks? Shocking defending, man. I give up. I give up, guys. Give up with this defending. It is absolute bullshit. Absolute bull rot. That's what it is. Absolute bull rot. Do you know, guys, if we're not careful here, we could end up getting a thumping in this second half. An absolute thumping. I don't know what the Newcastle players having to go to the referee for. Was there we're looking at the penalty incident again. Yeah, he barged him out the way. How is that not a penalty? How is that not a penalty? He clearly barges him in the back. Oh, it's incredible. This referee, I don't know what's going on in this match, but how that wasn't a penalty, I'll never know. We should have had 2 penalties now. But of course, it's Arsenal. It doesn't matter about poor old Newcastle, does it? Because everybody's got it fucking in for us. Shite. Absolute shite. But then again, our defending there, guys, for the goal was absolutely atrocious. Again, a ball just played over the top of us. A simple ball, and we have nothing on the end of it. Joe Linton's come off now. Murphy's come on, and Richie's gone off for Almiron. So I'm not sure what formation we've gone to here. We have a chance here. Break down the right-hand side with Almiron. I think I should have got inside to Miggy myself. To St. Maximan, but hey-ho, Shelby. Zane, thank you very much for the $17.99 super sticker, mate. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much for your donation to the channel. Guys, as usual, if you are enjoying the show, please do hit the like button for me. Keep me help building the channel. And if you're new and you like what you see, please do hit the subscribe button. It means the world. It was building up to 6,500. And if you'd like to make a donation to the channel, please hit the $ at the bottom of the live chat. That'll take you through to a payment method there. Thank you in advance for that. Shelby's just had a shot from around 25 yards. Pretty comfortable for Aaron Ramsdale, it has to be said. But, guys, I mean, to be fair, this has gone back to old school Newcastle. I have to say, this is old school Newcastle. We haven't had the ball. We haven't had the ball. And I think we've given far too much respect to Arsenal here today, without a shadow of a doubt. Way too much respect. Abu says, to be honest, Arsenal much better side than us. We shouldn't lose hope. Our time is coming soon. I am optimistic. I hope so, mate. I hope so. But, you know, it just makes these 2 games in the next 2 home games absolutely huge now. Absolutely huge. Stu Lascelles is shite along with most of our squad championship players. Yeah, it has to, you know, we've got to be honest and we've got to be realistic here. You know, Eddie Howe is working with a championship team at the minute. And until that changes, it's going to be the same. It's not going to change overnight. I mean, it's just, you know, we've gone to pot the second half. You know, we stayed very disciplined first half. We've gone to absolute shite the second half. There's no doubt about that. We can't get the ball. Arsenal are just playing it around us, left, right, and centre. You know, my God, it's worrying times, guys. If we're Newcastle fans, we've got to be honest for this season anyway. I mean, we are in the shit. We are in the shit. And you know what? Very tough 2 home games coming up against Norwich and Burnley because they'll want to. Oh, Aubameyang's in. Good save to Bravka. Came off his line at 100 miles an hour there. They're just playing through us, guys. There's no doubt about that. You know, we've got 20 minutes left of normal time, and they're just playing through us. Easy as pie. The defending's been absolutely shocking again, and I can't see any, you know, we've got to be honest. We haven't got the defenders, and until that happens, we are going to be up shit creek without a paddle. And it's the way it goes. It's just the way it goes, unfortunately. Willock got his big rich contract. That's what's wrong. I mean, the last 5 minutes, possession, 97% to Arsenal, 3% Newcastle. There's not much we can say about that, really, is it? Thought Joe Linton was the new Messi. Listen, you can say that all you want, right? Joe Linton didn't play badly today. In fact, there's players still on that pitch who've been a lot worse than Joe Linton. Now we can break. Miggy coming down through the middle. Look right. Brilliant ball into Murphy. Murphy's ball across. Why isn't anybody running in? Lovely ball played across the box. And once again, we have nobody committing to get on the end of it. Jesus Christ, man, you lazy gets. Willock is Kennedy. Come back to bite us. Sorry, we thought hyped kid. Yeah, listen, I've said that before, that I didn't want another Kennedy. I mean, he's been abysmal. But the fact is, he's still on the pitch, and he's done nothing in this game, nothing at all. You'd think he'd be really up for this, given who he's playing today. But unfortunately, again, we just haven't seen it. Here's Odegaard. Oh, was that not a free kick, referee? You know, he fell to the floor. No? It's just so easy for Arsenal. Just so easy. Little one-touch football. That's a handball, referee. How is he not... Oh, God almighty. That's terrible again. Guys, we're getting swamped here. Arsenal are just absolutely annihilating us. I can't say anything else. It's an annihilation. Miggy trying to break quickly, but he turns backwards. There's a fucking surprise. Even Wilson was poor against Brentford. Not much different today. Well, to be fair, I mean, he hasn't had a lot to go on, has he? If we're openly honest. Murphy on the right-hand side here. That's a decent cross, but again, we're not challenging for the ball. Fabian Schär, he can hit them. Oh, deflected. Corner to Newcastle. Nice to see us coming forward a little bit. LFC fan here. Hope your team stays up this season. Thanks, Derek. Miggy has massive eyes that don't work. Well, something's not working with Miggy at all. Wilson has barely had a sniff. Exactly. We can't get the ball to him at the minute. This squad is just woeful. Nothing more we can say. Not Howe's fault. The ones that are not finished are overhyped. It's not Eddie Howe's fault. You know, he's been left. Obviously, he's come in. He's been left with dregs. A championship standard team. Shelby now puts the ball in the box again. Arsenal just simply getting to every ball first, and Aubameyang hoofs it up the pitch. Comes out to Murphy. I don't know why we haven't gone at them a bit better than this, guys, because, you know, Arsenal have conceded so many goals this season. I don't know why we haven't given it a go. Fraser's ball in, again, cleared. We've got Arsenal pinned back a little bit here, but we're not threatening at all. Just looking for that. We just need that one killer pass to get us get us a goal, get us a bit of hope. Oh, ref, if that's not a yellow card, I'll eat my own foot. Oh, thank God for that. Aubameyang grouped there for a foul on Miggy. Cut inside him. Totally destroyed him there, to be fair. Let's have a look at some more comments. Yeah, ASM's not playing very well at all. Aubameyang's coming off now, straight after his booking, and he's going to be replaced by Lacazette, who also takes the captain's armband. Really is, Paul. Maybe we could be done with at least max 7 points. Our December fixtures are horrible. Horrible's an understatement. If it was Bruce, a sub would have come on in the 89th minute. That's a good point. Saka scores, then gets injured. He can never win, can he? I know. Fraser's ball in from the free kick. And Shah won the ball, but over the bar. He was offside anyway, guys. Arsenal have good attacking options if needed also. Wouldn't mind a couple off their bench. Maybe so. It's so frustrating, though. I mean, it's so frustrating being a Newcastle fan. Did we get a red? No. Not yet, anyway. The Willock situation is a strange one. He's a shadow of the player he was at the end of last season. Yeah, but we've seen that from players on loan before, haven't we? We've seen it over and over and over again. I think people are more happy that Lascelles are suspended than anything else. Why are we still sitting back? We're a goal down. 2 goals now. Arsenal are just shooting at will, man. They are. Ginger says, Paul, honestly, please listen to me. This transfer window, we need to buy. This team will sink. Spinal leader. Yeah, I mean, we've got to spend. We have to spend. Because if we don't, the January transfer window is probably our only hope of staying up this season. But at the same time, it's going to be attracting players to come and play for us, given the situation that we're in. Let's be honest here. Are a lot of players going to go and want a team that's bottom of the league? No. This is why these 2 next games at home are very, very important against Norwich and against Burnley, because we need 6 points. We need 6 points to be up there, to get us back in the pack. It's a massive, massive 2 games, this. But I'm sorry we play like this today. I mean, I think this is probably a serious wake-up call for Eddie Howe as to how bad we actually are. And how much work is going to be needed to avoid relegation. Maxi running at Gabriel down the right-hand side here. But again, he's running back towards his own half. Turn. Out to Shelby in the middle. Into Willock. Willock's pulled the Fraser. Jesus Christ, he nearly kicked it out of play there. And now we're back on our own halfway line. Only surprised if the Cells kicks this back the goalkeeper here. Arsenal just pushing so tight on us. We can't do anything. Absolutely nothing at the minute. Murphy down the right-hand side. He's cutting in now. Again, backwards pass to Kraft. But now we'll move forward with Miggy. Miggy then just passes it straight to Sambi. Absolute garbage. Garbage. I appreciate all the comments coming in, guys. Unfortunately, obviously, you're watching the game as well. I can't read them all out, but thank you for taking part in the watch-along today. Again, we got 300 and odd watching. It's been fantastic. So thank you for keeping the chat going as well. Tony says you can tell players to push up in 5 seconds, never mind overnight. Ginger says, Paul, you're forgetting we are in the Premier League. All the players want to show their worth, even if we go down. So top sides buy them. Yeah, maybe. Statman Stubbs Football Channel. Afternoon, mate. I've subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate that. Phil says Ashley's left us in such a big mess. It will be fixed, though. I'm sure of it. Eddie Howe is not to blame when we go down. Ashley Bruce and the current owners are to blame. Changes should have been made earlier. Totally agree. Eddie Howe, at least Eddie Howe is showing the balls to try and come in and do something about it. Yes, we're under new owners now. Obviously, it's not Mike Ashley anymore, but, I mean, this is a serious wake-up call for the new manager. He's really seeing how bad some of these players are. Oh, poor touch for Martinelli, as he'd been in for the 3rd goal there. Beautiful ball across to him as well, but his first touch let him down. Tony said he's not to blame, but he could have approached the game better. Listen, we've got to start looking at these players, right? We can't always, Eddie Howe has set us up in a much more positive way. And we've all been asking for that. We've all been asking for a positive formation. And today's formation was positive. Callum Wilson looking to get a shot away. Back to Murphy. Edge of the box to St. Maximin. Looking to get down the right-hand side. Cuts back in. Ball across from St. Maximin at the back post. Fraser's there. Heads it back across. Headed away. And Martinelli's breaking out for Arsenal. You know, we've got to look at the players and you know, the actual mindset of the players. They've been used to Bruce ball for so long. Let's not forget. As Lacazette just shoots into the side netting. You know, we've got to be realistic as well. These players, some of these players are not good enough. And Eddie Howe only has these players to work with. You know, so even if he puts his ideas out there, these players have gone on this pitch today and let him down because some of them have not performed. Maxi has been terrible. Lascelles, absolute garbage. You know, what can he do? He's got players who are running around the field like headless goddamn chickens. It's nothing to do with Eddie Howe. But one thing Eddie Howe will do is he will keep working and keep working hard to make sure this team improves and make sure there's improvements for weeks to come. But in all honesty, these two next home games, massive for this football club. Here's Willock. Oh, good attempt. Straight at Ramsdale. That's probably the most we've seen from Joe Willock in this game, to be fair. Abigail says, Arsenal's quality has forced us back. The players simply are not up to it. I agree. Tony said, I thought we would have gone a bit more attacking, though. I'm disappointed with the performance. Yeah, of course we're disappointed. We're going to be. And I genuinely thought as well that we'd go a bit more attacking. But we have to also, you know, realise that if we're going to take risks like that, you know, Arsenal have pressed us very, very well today. You know, they've been, you know, from the word go, every time we've had the ball, they've had 2 or 3 players pressing for the ball back. So if anything, we should basically learn something from this game. Learn how to press. But Eddie Howe has got his work cut out for him in the next few days because he's got to get these players back up again for the 2 massive home games because they are huge. But it's disappointing, man. It really is. It's so sad as well. You know, we just. I mean, I would have took a point from this game, but unfortunately, that isn't even going to happen today. I mean, again, we're 2-0 down, and Arsenal just camped in our half. We just get the ball, and we're looking up straight away for runners. There's nobody there. Miggy's going on a charge, loses the ball. Yeah, how many times has he lost the ball since he's come on the pitch, by the way? It's not good enough. These players, most of them aren't good enough, and we have to realise that. Pep Guardiola couldn't do sod all with these bunch of pricks either, by the way. You know, let's be honest here. You know, even if Pep Guardiola came in, you know, do you think he's going to change these players? You know, he can put a formation out, but the players have to go and do the job. And the players haven't done their jobs today. I don't care what anybody says. They haven't done their jobs. They've been shocking. You know, you look at them now. We're 2-0 down, and they're just walking around. Arsenal are so up for this game. They've been wanting to get into everybody. They've been wanting to win the ball back when they've lost it. And we just, a bunch of fucking fairies. Arsenal making a substitution. Thomas Partey coming off and El Neni coming on to replace him for the last 5 minutes of normal time and then whatever is injury time. Guys, don't forget that there is a live match reaction at 3 o'clock on this channel as well with myself and Dave Harrison. Really looking forward to that, to dissect the game and talk about, well, what went wrong today. So please do make sure you come back at 3 o'clock on this channel for the match reaction live. And let us know in the comments exactly what you thought of this performance, exactly what you think we need to do going forward, certainly for the next 2 games. So that will be at 3 o'clock on this channel, Match Reaction Live. So don't forget to rejoin us for that after you've gone and had a cup of coffee or something and calm down after watching this bag of hammers. So it should be a very interesting show. So come and join us for that at 3 o'clock, as I say, live on this channel. Graham says the new owners could have appointed Eddie Howe as soon as they took over. If we'd had him, we stood a chance of staying up. They didn't. That's why I say they're partly responsible for us going down. I don't know what went on with the referee. Can't wait to see you and Dave. Cheers, Sean. Abigail says Arsenal will be in the top 6 this season, I reckon. So not a bad team. Losing at their ground is no disgrace. No, it's not a disgrace. But, we have to come to, like I said, we have to realise that some of these players that we've got in this team are just bang average championship footballers. They're not Premier League standard. And that's why we are sitting at the bottom of the Premier League table right now. We are sitting there because we are not good enough. We have very, very, very average players. Jason says we need an average of 2 points per game until the end of the season. Not going to happen. We're down. Keith says, let's hope we can keep a clean sheet against Norwich and scrape a 0-0 draw. Pathetic. No need for a match reaction live. Everything went wrong for your team of losers. Well, thank you very much, prick. I know Howe likes the ability of passing from Shelvey, but the man is so unfit and slow, it's not good enough. My positivity has been sucked right out of me this second half. Ginger says, what went wrong? We gave Arsenal the ball. We didn't press up high up the field after 3 years. These players can't even play football. How did they get into this game? Good question. Damage done by Fat Cockney Bastard and Bruce. How can it work miracles? Most of our team are not up to it. Definitely. 100% agree. The Mortal Mag says, these players know if we stay up, they're out of the club. It's not in their best interest to stay up. Contracts to think about. They are playing for themselves, not the club. It's not losing that's a disgrace. It's the performance. Julie says, no writing solely with caps lock on, please, gang. Seems like you're shouting. Thank you very much, Julie. We are down. I mean, can we say anything else? Peter wants Willock out. Abigail says the players are not good enough. We know that, but Arsenal will force you back. Eddie says Arsenal is an above average team with much greater effort. None from Newcastle. Shelvey's been one of our best players to the people slating him. Yeah, he has. I don't think Shelvey's had a bad game today. I think he's put himself around. He's made himself available for the ball. He's passed it very well. It's just, there's a simple one there. Beautiful ball from Shelvey, played into Callum Wilson. He loses control of the ball. I mean, that's not Shelvey's fault, is it? Isaac Hayden's coming on now for Newcastle. God knows why. John Joe's come off. I mean, you can't really see he's giving them a rest for the Norwich game, can you? Because there's only 3 minutes left of this one. I wish you'd just blow the sodden whistle and get this over with. Says Paul, I think you're overreacting. Lascelles is at fault for the first goal and Richie is to blame for the second. Both of them are unavailable next game. I'm not overreacting, Yano. It's the same shit week after week of the defense. The defense is shambolic. It's not overreacting. It's just speaking the truth. We are useless at the back. And until that is sorted, we're not going to win football matches. It's as simple as that. There's still 25 games to play. Trust the process and how we trust. Yeah, there's games to play. But you think about where we could be after December. It's frightening. Before the window even opens. That's the scary thing for me. Is where our football club will be come the January transfer window. Destroying pace, and then Lascelles comes across. And of course, Martinelli goes down like he's been shot in the face with a handgun. Pathetic. Maybe relegation could be a blessing in disguise. We need Wolves to beat Norwich. Well, we do. And I think they will, to be honest. Wolves are playing very well at the minute. Shite refs with agendas. Actually, that was a very tough challenge by Lascelles. Came in and when I've looked back at that replay, Lascelles there, that was a nasty. Well, to be honest, I mean, I don't know whether it was nasty or it was just frustration, to be honest. We're all going to have our opinions on Shelvey. I mean, there's loads of opinions. People are saying he's a liability. People are saying he's playing well. I think Shelvey is one of them players that he does split the fan base on opinions. That's just the way it goes. I don't have a problem with John Joe Shelvey these last 2 games. I think he's done all right. I certainly don't think that he's been he's been as bad as some of the players on this pitch today or against Brentford. But to be honest, let's be honest here. The whole freaking team needs replacing. You know, and you know, as much as we all love Maxi, I mean, he's had some pretty poor games this season. Some pretty poor games. And certainly against the bigger sides, he hasn't turned up either. And, you know, you have to question players' abilities as well. And our players just don't have ability. They don't have enough ability to play at this level. But we can't do anything about that now till the new year. Keith says the only good thing to come out of the game is that Lascelles and Richie can't play on Wednesday. I'd agree with that. We've got 4 minutes of added on time, by the way, but Martinelli's still down. Julie says, result aside, great first watch along, Paul. Thanks, Julie. Appreciate that. Steve says, new manager, same problem. Yeah, the ref's been diabolical. Said if we had got the penalties that we deserve, we could have drawn this game. Yeah, I'd agree with that. We should have had 2 penalties. I'm under no illusion about that. Every team this season will be looking forward to playing you, as they do. As they do. But, you know, if you think that's going to offend me, you've got a problem. Nobody's going to want to come to us. Yes, Paul, most of the team needs to go. Maxi good now and then. Yeah, he's not consistent enough, is he? I mean, we love him because of the type of player he is. And the fact that he has his affection for Newcastle United is there for all to see. He loves the fans love him. But unfortunately, he's not one of those that, certainly this season, hasn't been one of those that's turned up every game this season. And quite frankly, I don't think any of the players have. Willock's driving at the Arsenal back line here. Outside to Murphy. Murphy's ball in. And again, Wilson is kicking off again. I think he felt he was held back. He's had nothing in this game, Callum Wilson. And of course, Ben White's gone down like he's been shot. Unbelievable. I mean, it's a fucking farce, to be honest. Honestly. You know, let's cover me tracks. I'll pretend I'm injured so they don't give a penalty. Honestly. Ridiculous. Now, it looks like Callum Wilson was taken out there, I have to say. Then the ball's played across. Ben White cuts right across him and takes him out. It doesn't matter anyway, does it? It really doesn't. Anthony says, spot on, Paul. The whole bloody lot need to go. A whole new squad is needed. Jason says, relegation at best will be a year wasted. At worst, it could be see our investors buying another football club and investing elsewhere. Don't worry about that. That's not going to happen. They have a long-term plan at Newcastle. Lascelles and Richie have been bad today. Yeah, it's bad, without a shadow of a doubt. Eric says, well done, Paul. You've put a tough shift in there for your first sing-along. Thanks, Eric. Ginger says, I have slight doubts about Eddie Howe. Doesn't know what top players are because of managerial history, but I will hold my judgment till January because if he wastes money on a second-rate players, we are down. I don't think he will. Don't worry. Let's just give him a chance. Let's not buy. This is nothing to do with Eddie Howe, guys. We know it's not. It's nothing to do with Eddie Howe. It's the standard of players that he's been left with. This is just basically 14 years of neglect coming to massive fruition as Maxi's gone on a massive run and then passes it straight to Tavares. There you go. No end product again, unfortunately. But like I said, this is 14 years of neglect, guys. It really is. It's killed the club. And that's unfortunately where things are with Newcastle United. We haven't invested, or Ashley hasn't invested in this club for so long. This is where we are now with it, with a bunch of second-rate players. And, we can't do anything about that now till the transfer window. We're screwed. And no amount of, whatever formation changes or anything like that, it's still the same players that are going to be on the pitch. It's still those average players that are going to be there. So we can't do anything about it. Like I say, Guardiola, Klopp, or whoever it may be could come in. They wouldn't be able to get results with this team because of the players. Look at that. Callum Wilson, simple little layoff to craft across the ball. Terrible. Terrible. So it doesn't matter who the manager is, what the formation is. It's still, the fact is the players are not good enough for this Premier League. They are not good enough. But hey ho, we have to get We just have to get used to that now. We've got a corner here in the dying embers of the game. Corner comes in. Ramsdale comes and gets a fist on it. That should do it. And indeed it does. That is the end of the game, guys. Unfortunately, it's one of them things. We just didn't look in. We never really had a shot today. We could have been in front with a John Joe Shelvey thumper, which Ramsdale brilliantly saved. But I think Eddie Howe has just sort of realised today what the job his hand is. He's seen how bad these players are. And I just don't think, I really just don't think there's nothing there. The defense is terrible. We've got players who just can't pass the ball in a straight line. It's just depressing, man. It is depressing. It's just been depressing watching this game. Nothing else really. Same shit. Julie says he'll have a director of football, hopefully, then to help with identifying players. Yep, that's a good point. Wilson has been invisible these past 2 games. I hate to say it, but I can see some positives. Look, if we don't think that there's any positives, then we're in the wrong. Look at them fans, man. I mean, cheering away, clapping the lads. I mean, some of them players don't deserve our support. They really don't. I know what it's like going on away games. I'm going to Leicester one. I'm going to Liverpool one. It's going to be so hard. Eddie Howe's going across to applaud the team, and he's getting an absolute rapturous reception from the fans. But this league table doesn't look good. Arsenal still in 5th on 23 points, but they're now level with West Ham. And at the bottom, we stay on 6 points. Leeds are on 11, so we are still 5 points adrift. That could get worse over the weekend. Oh, my God. Still no win. 6 losses. Sorry, 6 draws, 7 losses. It's painful, guys. It's very, very, very painful. But I mean, what do we do? I mean, like I said, we're stuck with the same players now till January. I mean, our formation's actually going to change it. Our formation's going to change it around. I'm not so sure. I'm really not so sure. Keith says, thanks for the show, Paul. Sadly, nothing to celebrate. Tony said, yeah, Charlton fans coming home in a blizzard after watching that. Yeah, look at the applause Eddie Howe's getting. Now, what a job he's got in his hands now. What a massive, massive job. Yeah, Eddie's the last one off. He's just standing applauding the fans. That's incredible. Gap in quality between the sides was palpable. We played defensive today. That's not good enough, in my opinion. Can't expect 14 years of neglect to be resolved in weeks. Exactly. Good point. How are the lads? The fans are incredible. Typical Newcastle became the richest club in the entire world and we get relegated. You couldn't make it up. I know. But we've got to go into these next 2 games. They've got to get this out of the system and, start concentrating on the 2 home games, which are massive for us. But where do we go with these players? We're stuck with these players, guys. We are completely stuck and there's no way out. But listen, guys, it's finished. Arsenal 2, Newcastle United 0 at the Emirates. I mean, that is the end of the watch along. Unfortunately, nothing to celebrate. We still don't have a win on the board. But like I said, these next 2 home games are massive. But don't worry, we are actually back on air at 3:00 in half an hour's time with myself and Dave Harrison for the Arsenal Newcastle United match reaction live. So make sure you're subscribed and make sure you do come back at 3:00. I'm sure it'll be a heated discussion. Take part in the show in the live comments as well, guys. Let us know exactly what you thought of it, exactly what you think is going to happen for the rest of the season. What do we do for the next 2 home games? It's going to be some very, very interesting conversation. So do join us back at 3:00 on the Toon Review for the match reaction live. But thank you very much for everybody that's tuned in today. As I say, well over 300. If you have enjoyed the show, please do hit the like button. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please also consider subscribing. And I'm sorry that we couldn't get a win, but hey ho, that is Newcastle United for you. So it finishes at the Emirates, Arsenal 2, Newcastle United 0. I will see you in about half an hour for the match reaction live. Take care, guys.